Live to fight another day. Right here. Later, dude. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Kayak Bass Live on a Tuesday evening. I apologize about being late, but it's typical. So just expect between 7 and 7:30.
It is.
Yeah, it is what it is. We have an exciting show for you tonight. We have Abel Patino, the winner of the Kayak Bass Fishing Trail event on the California Delta, with us this evening. He's in standby. He can see, he can hear. You probably can even hear him if he decided he wanted to talk. But he's going to remain quiet. Oh, hey, you heard him. There you go. Yeah. I'm kind of curious, man. How do you guys like the audio? Is it a lot better than what it was before? Because I'm trying to do the setup with an external mic using headphones and not using my system sounds rather than going out through my speakers and back in through the microphone, which is kind of a goofy little setup it was. But I'm hoping it works a lot better with the idea that I can turn this possibly into a podcast so that way we can possibly reach more viewers, and those who can't watch it live can watch it on their way home from work or listen on their way home from work and not have to use the data that it would require to watch it on video.
Yeah. So, well, I listened to it last week because I wasn't here, and it sounded pretty good with your headphones. So
cool. I got some feedback. It looks like. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into our introductions, thank yous, reminders, and et cetera, et cetera. So I want to definitely give everybody thank you who's been liking our page on Facebook. We're at 700 and over 750 likes, which is fantastic. We're about 250 likes away from doing some sort of giveaway. I'm going to start reaching out to some some of the companies that I talk to and some of the people who support what we're doing, and see what kind of giveaway we can get going, and see how that works. So thank you. Reminder, we upload and archive our show onto YouTube. So go over to YouTube, give us a subscribe, hit the like button on our videos. It will help us a whole heck of a lot, and gives you opportunity to go look at some of the episodes that you maybe missed in the past and laugh at our first few ones that we did, and go from there.
Pretty rough back then.
It definitely has been a progression. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to David's wife as she bent over to pick something in the background. So thank you. If you are on Instagram, tag us or use the hashtag Kayak Bass Live. We're gonna have David pick something with on the Instagram, David, if you would, and we'll go ahead and we'll show the picture.
I'll find something.
Right on.
Find something by the end of the show.
Yeah, we'll find something to share to give somebody a shout out for going and tagging us on there. Right. We're planning on using that a little bit more. It's a lot easier when David's here because he can bring up the internet while on the stream, while I can't because it bogs down my system. I got to get a better machine, but for now it's working just fine. So, all right. So, everybody, I want to remind everybody that currently we have the Yakabass May Online photo contest. I believe the signups have ended, but it is going on currently. So let's keep our eyes peeled for when the results come for that at the end of the month. Big Old Pig year-long big fish photo contest also is going on. It's $15 through December 15th. Get signed up. If you're out there fishing, might as well put $15 in the pot. Potentially win, a big fish for the month or possibly even the year. And each month and at the end of the year, Big Old Pig will be doing some sort of prize pack for that. And reminder, this weekend, Sunday, we have the Yakabass California Delta event out at Turner Cut. $42 entry. I believe we are full. But keep your eyes open. Or keep your eyes peeled. Keep checking back on Tourney X and see if somebody drops, because people do drop last minute. And granted, I think James, actually he's the one who has to remove people or whatever. So he may post it, but he may not. And if he doesn't, get on there and be the first one to sign in. Allergies gonna.
And if you didn't sign up, what's wrong with you? They kept posting it. Come on, you knew it was coming up.
Yeah,
you knew it was coming up.
As soon as the last one ended, I was waiting. I waited and watched and waited and watched. As soon as it was there, I granted I didn't do it right away, but I was watching it, waiting for the moment to sign up. So get out there and sign up. Looks like, I can see my signal's getting worse and worse or something. It turned red for a second. Looks like somebody's calling me here. Sorry, but I have to deny you.
James, drops can only happen until Thursday, so...
Yeah, so...
That's when your chance ends. Better hope someone drops if you're waiting. Shouldn't have waited.
Okay, so with that, reminder, the Kelsey Bass Ranch Kayak Invitational. June 24th on Kelsey Bass Ranch. It's 125 private acre bass lake. We are limiting it to 20 anglers purely due to the size of the lake. Anything more than that, it starts to become too crowded. And we don't want to overcrowd it. Plus, there's not a whole lot of parking available. So that's the only reason why we're limiting it to 20 anglers. There are 10 sponsors for this event, and each sponsor will have opportunity to select the angler. So if you are interested, get signed up. We can send them the list, and they can pick from the list if they choose to. Or what we can do is, what happens is they decide that they'd rather just forfeit their opportunity. What we do is we add that to the lottery. So we have 10 lottery spots at least, and all the guys all the sponsors that choose not to select an angler, that actually adds one other angler spot to the lottery. So if you'd like opportunity to fish Kelsey Bass Ranch Invitational, where the angler will win a membership to Kelsey Bass Ranch. It's for a year-long membership. I believe it is $1,000. I think it was like $1,000. It's expensive, very expensive. So an opportunity to become a member, to be a member of Kelsey Bass Ranch. And so how do you enter? Go to Motherlode Kayak Angler on Facebook page and find the event and select that you're either interested or going on the event. as well as go to kelseybassranch.net, click the contact us, fill out the form, and submit it. Both of those are individual entries to the lottery, so potentially you can use to get 2 entries into the lottery to be drawn to fish. The winners will be selected here on Tuesday, May 30th on Kayak Bass Live, and they'll be announced there. And I'm hoping to have Steve Melander on here to do that with us. So look forward to it. That's only 2 weeks away. So go head over to Motherlode Kayak Angler and find the event, hit interested or going, and then go to kelseybassranch.net and fill out the contact form. All right. Upcoming events across the nation. This week, we have a KBF Trail at Belvedere Lake, KBF Trail at Lake Chickamauga, KBF Trail at Mozingo Lake. Is that last week? I think that might have been last week. No, it's this week.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's this week. KBF Trail at Mozingo Lake. Bluegrass Kayak Anglers, Green River and Green River Lake. Cats Lake, Livingston. I think that might have been last. No. I think I did fix it because I remember I was chatting with Abel and then I had to put it all back. Okay, so anyways, Cats Lake, Livingston, Kayak Angler, Central New York, and Otisco Lake. Kayak Bass Series Open number 4 on Lake Sakata. NAKA, North Alabama Kayak Anglers Tournament on Smith Lake. River Bassin Qualifier. Maybe it is last week's. Anyways.
No worries, man.
There's a bunch of tournaments this weekend.
Yeah, there's always a bunch of tournaments.
There's a bunch of tournaments this weekend. All right, and next week there's quite a few as well. Let's go ahead and go to check the results from some of the events across the nation. We had KBF Trail on Lake Barkley in Dover, Tennessee. In third place was Jeremy Johnson with 80 1/4 inches. That is a 5-fish limit. Craig Dye. He had 80 1/4 inches as well for second place. He had the big fish tiebreaker with an 18 1/4, and Jonathan Lessam had 80 3/4 for first. So congratulations to those gentlemen. Natural State Kayak Anglers, NWA. I'm not sure exactly what the NWA means, but I do listen. I was a hip hop kind of guy back in the day, so kind of like the hip hop. So NWA means something different to me. So NWA Roadrunner, that was titled the event. Third place went to Craig Richardson with 85 1/4. Second place went to Cole Sykes with 85 1/2, and Dwayne Bately had 93 3/4, and Cole Sykes had the big fish of 23 1/2. So congratulations to those gentlemen. Indiana Kayak Anglers event number 2 on Morse Lake. Third place, Alan Reed, 47 1/4. That's a 3-fish limit. Matt Gibson, 48 1/2, and Aiden Darlington, 49 1/4. Alan Reed had the big fish of 21 inches. They had the nationwide Mother's Day weekend event special challenge for KBF, and third place for that event went to Matthew Dunn of North Carolina with 99 3/4 inches. Second place went to Jerry Burdine in Florida with 101 1/4, and Glenn Wingate in Florida had 108 inches, and the big fish went to Parker Church of Florida with a 24 3/4 inch fish. So congratulations to all those people, and if you'd like to have your tournament trail mentioned, give me a message on Facebook, and I'll do the best I can, and we'll go from there. I want to plug the giveaway. Remember, like, share, comment, talk, add questions on the stream, and it helps everybody. And by sharing, you are entered to win these bad boys right here, or some of these bad boys right here. Trapper Tackle hooks. Use the hashtag Rig It, Lock It, Land It, and be entered to win. With that, anything else we want to talk about? Oh, I want to do a little shout out. Blue Collar Anglers. Adam has offered free shipping for Abel's win. So for the rest of the month, if you would like to order a shirt from Blue Collar Anglers, head over there, and they're offering free shipping. So head over there. We also have this. We also have the deal from Headwaters Kayak Shop, but we'll talk about that with Adam, with Abel when we get back. So stay tuned, and we will have Abel on to talk about his win. Be right back.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back. We have the late and great Mr. Abel Patino on Kayak Bass Live. Welcome, Mr.
Come on, Wes. Come on, David.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
Big win. Big win. It's awesome.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I got to turn auto live on so I can do this. There we go. All right, cool. Have to set it up so that way I can switch between the two of us. So everybody can see David too, so he's not just looking weird. All right, so look at all those thumbs ups you're getting on Facebook Live. Everybody loves you, Abel.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm just gonna share.
Okay, so let's see. Do we want to start with some viewer questions? Nah, forget those people. We can save those to the end.
Well, I mean, there's not going to be too many questions answered because we got a tournament coming up this weekend. So
That's true.
Caught him on rod and reel. Interview over.
In the mouth. In
I'm
the mouth. All right. So, let's go ahead and start with our typical first question, Mr. Abel. What do you do for a living? What is your job?
So I'm a construction superintendent. That I work for a plastering company, which is basically exterior stucco.
Yeah.
fun stuff.
So,
Yeah,
so you're looking forward to this 100-degree weather, huh?
Oh yeah, loving it. Well, it's all the same for me for my truck, so not too much of a big deal.
So you have the mobile office. Oh, look at you.
Luckily, man.
Right on. Okay, so Mr. Superintendent,
Yep.
how did you get started kayak fishing, man?
Hold
on. I back up. How did you get started fishing? We do the kayak fishing part second. How did you start fishing?
So I've been fishing since I was about 7 or 8. I used to fish a lot with a lot of buddies that fished. Really, nobody in my family fishes, so I used to just go out with my buddies, with their family, and that's how it started. Once I got into like middle school, high school, then I started venturing out myself. I grew up in the country, and little access to water and friends that really fished when I was in middle school, high school. So I really just used to ride my bike around, find little ponds or creeks to fish, and just do it that way, you know. And that's how it all started. And then I took a little bit of time off around like right after high school. I didn't really fish probably for a good 5-6 years. I kind of took a little bit of time off. I didn't fish much at all.
Girls, partying.
Yeah, something like that. After that, I kind of started getting into it again and just kind of banking it everywhere. I used to live in Modesto too, and I used to hit the San Joaquin over there off of 132. hit that a lot, and yeah, that's basically how I started. And after that, I got into kayaking.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
Yep. What a progression.
How did you get into kayaking? How'd that happen?
Okay, so kayaking, I think it's probably similar to most of you guys. After beating the bank forever and not being able to get to the good spots, I started looking around, see how I could do it kind of in a less expensive way. So I first got a float tube. So I bought a float tube, decked it all out, and actually never even took it out. I decked it all out, sat in my garage for a while, and then during that time I started seeing kayakers out fishing out of their kayaks. So I thought right away that's a way better option. I mean, there's so much gear involved with float tubes and whatnot, and it just didn't seem. And for the amount of speed you get with them and access, it just didn't seem right. So, anyways, I tried some kayaks, and I ended up buying a kayak around that time, and yeah, that's how it started. Just basically trying to get into better fishing areas, you know.
I like the story. They make me feel a little fuzzy inside.
Probably reminds you of yours too, huh?
Yep.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
All right. So, what clubs and circuits do you fish? Even though we already know this one.
So right now I'm just mostly fishing. Actually, pretty much only fishing Bass, which is our local tournament trail, and fishing KBF online here and there. This is actually the first KBF live event that I've ever done. But yeah, just those two, KBF online and this recent one, and Bass.
Right on.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty simple.
Similar to most of us again.
Yeah. You are one of our local boys out here.
Okay.
Hey.
But you know, just in case the guys, you know, from Texas or something are watching, or Florida or wherever else. All right. So, what kayak do you guys fish out of right now?
Right now, I'm fishing out of a native watercraft Slayer Propel 13.
How you liking that?
It's honestly, I got it this year? Maybe late last year. I believe it was late last year. And I mean, so far, it's been just an amazing boat. Leaps and bounds over my previous one. I started in a native watercraft Man Ray 12, which is basically kind of similar to a Tarpon 120, if you guys are familiar with those, a wilderness system Tarpon 120. So it's a sit on top, it's a faster boat, but it's something pretty much basic, has a couple rails or whatnot. Not very stable, can't stand on it. So yeah, going from that to this, the Slayer is just, it's like I grew superpowers pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it last year out at Big Break. I think that was like your first tournament out there.
Yeah, I did. I fished a few tournaments out of the Man Ray, and I mean, I did pretty well in that boat, as well as I could. It had its limitations. Distance probably grew once I got the Slayer. Boat control obviously grew, and but yeah, that boat was great. They actually still make them, and Dan, I believe, still carries them at Headwaters. So it's a good boat for speed and just the guys that like paddling. You know, it's not necessarily a fishing boat, but it can handle it.
Right on. What's our next question? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about your win. And I told you I was going to edit the lake that was on your. I failed to do that.
That's all right.
Yeah, because I copied and pasted it. But so go ahead and tell everybody where the California Delta is.
So the California Delta is in Northern California, or actually more of a Central California, kind of between North and Central. It's a river system that feeds off of the snowmelt that's up in the mountains. So it's a huge river system. Spans pretty much all of Central California and part of North Cal.
Huge.
Yeah, three major. I think there's the two major rivers that fill it. It's the San Joaquin and the Sacramento. And each of those are fed by smaller tributaries and rivers, which feed into each other, which feed in, and then they all intertwine, and it creates tributaries and eddies and lots of cool things, and then goes into the bay, and then goes into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yep. But
we are very fortunate to live here on the Delta.
Yeah.
The Delta is probably one of the best places to bass fish in the world, I would say, arguably. So, yeah, we are very, very lucky to live here, and probably most of us take it for granted. But once you travel to other states, other than maybe like Texas and Florida, you really get to see the quality of fish dwindle once you get to other states. So, yeah, we're very, very lucky to live here.
Yep.
Granted,
Get spoiled.
Get spoiled, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Granted, she didn't quite come out in full force this weekend, but it wasn't just us that noticed that. It was the FLW tournament that was running. That ended. That was its last day. It was only the top 10 on Saturday, but they had all those guys in there.
Yeah.
I think it was like 60 pounds ended up winning it, or close to 60 pounds.
That's a huge bag still.
like 15 pound, like a 15 pound average. I mean, like there are a couple 20-pound bags that were brought in, but yeah, she didn't come out full force. It was kind of strange. We had that cold front roll through, and I don't know.
Yeah, but the Delta's been, I mean, just California in general, Northern California has been just super unstable weather-wise, and the flows are crazy in these rivers, and just everything is just completely different for us, and I'm sure the fish are feeling it too, so not a surprise that it's not as hot as it would be this time of year, I think.
It'll pick up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan Arbuck will comment, did something else thinking, I guess the Delta is 1,100 miles of water, of bank. So 1,100 miles of river system to fish, which is insane. You could probably live all your life and not fish every mile of that. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of water, man.
Yeah.
But we sure as heck can try, right?
Oh yeah, we do every weekend.
All right. So, what would you say kind of fishery is it, besides being the fact that it's a river system?
It's it's a river system, but it's probably the biggest thing that sets it apart from most river systems is that it's tidal. It's a tidal river, so it's influenced by tides, which just throws another variable into the mix of fishing. So that'd probably be the biggest thing. It's a tidal fishery. Pretty clear water most of the time. Some places, maybe not right now, but usually warm water. A lot of vegetation. Just Delta. The reason I think it houses these huge numbers of large bass is just how much structure and how much cover there is, and how much forage there is that grows in that vegetation. So, yeah, it's a crazy place to fish for sure.
Yeah. It's not necessarily my favorite place, but I love knowing that I can catch a 10-pounder on any cast.
Yeah, exactly.
Any cast,
yeah.
And
I'm sure it's one of the few fisheries that you can actually say that just any cast, you just don't know if there's a 10-pounder there. I mean, and there's so many of them. It's insane. I mean, I think I read somewhere that when they do the shocking for the bass tanks, like at ISE, they pull out just monsters, and they only do maybe like a square mile of the Delta, maybe even not. I don't think it's even that. It's a lot less, and they just pull like tens of 10-pounders out of there, which is insane. That's just nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah.
You never know what's down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you make a blunder cast, one of those, and they're pulling out a backlash, and there could still be a 10-pounder that ate it. So it's like pull that backlash out as fast as you can, Reel
over that backlash to get that fish in.
Yeah. I did that a few times, dude. I was like, I just can't do this right now. That landed in a good spot. I can't. I gotta.
Yeah. And it never fails that it's that cast.
Yeah.
It never fails that it's that messed up cast where you backlash, or you have a tangle, or you're in the wrong spot. Never fails. It seems like the fish know. But yeah, it's a special place.
Right action, right? That's how you get the right action, was when you're undoing the knot or whatever.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You can mimic that every time. It'd be 10-pounders back to back every cast.
All right, so what was the water temp where you were fishing, man?
Let's see. So when we launched early. I think it started at around like 66, 67, I want to say. I think throughout the day, at the end of the day, it might have gone up to maybe 68, 69.
Dude, that makes you really want to punch myself, because it was like 67 at Sugar and the Franks when I went pre-fishing on Friday. It was 63 something when I got there on Saturday.
Oh man, big difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's we got lucky. It was a blind shot to fish there, and yeah, it turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, dude. How was the wind, out of curiosity? How was the wind over there?
Oh, it was brutal, man. It was brutal. I think wind was blowing. What direction was it blowing? It was blowing south. I want to say southeast was blowing.
Blowing from or blowing to?
To the southeast. Most of the day. And yeah, so it was rough, man. I mean, in the morning it was pretty calm. It wasn't too bad. It was doable. But then as the day progressed, it started whipping, man, and you got those gusts that were up there close to 25 miles an hour, and yeah, it was pretty bad, man.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
You launched at Kings Island, correct?
Yes. Yeah, Kings.
And which way did you go? Did you go like towards the wind, or did you go the opposite direction?
We went towards the wind. Yeah, we launched out of Kings and headed north. So yeah.
Okay, so you fished. We said like in Whites, huh?
Yeah, we ended up in Whites.
All right. Okay, I know where you are. Did you go west or did you go east?
Since there's no tournaments coming up anywhere near there that I can remember, I will go ahead and spill the beans on that. So we ended up going into Whites, and we ended up going east.
Okay.
So east up into the Dead End Slough area.
All right. So in that big old all that flat area up in there, or you went like.
If you're familiar with the roads up there, it's Guard Road. You know where Guard Road's at?
Right.
So Guard Road. We actually ended up stopping at Guard Road.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. So it was a good 2 mile paddle all the way out there.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good little distance there.
Yeah.
Pedal.
Yeah. Actually, it was me and a buddy went up there, Blair Teichman. We ended up hooking up and heading out there together. And he's in a Hobie, and we were the only ones that went back there that far, anyways. So yeah, it was quite a ways up there.
Yeah, it's pretty dang far.
Yeah, especially against the wind, and we were going with the tide, fortunately, which was part of our plan, so that helped. But yeah, it was pretty far, man. It took us about 40 minutes to get there, maybe 45, something like that.
What time did you get on the water before the line's in?
We did, yeah. Not much like we planned to. We planned to get on the water. I think it was around like 5. We wanted to. That was the goal. Give us an hour to get there, chill for a little bit, and then start fishing. But we ended up waiting for some people, and then we had some questions with the fee at the launch. So it ended up costing us like 30 minutes. So we launched like at 5:30 or so, and yeah, I ended up started fishing around 6:15, 6:20, 6:30, something like that.
Yeah, it's not. You didn't lose too much fishing time then.
No, we didn't do too bad.
Right on. Hold on, there's comments going on here. Somebody says, Joel Romero says it's a honey hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah, I know that spot.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Here's the funny part. I've never fished that spot. I've never fished for bass in that spot at all. I went out early this year. I don't remember if you went with us, David. I think maybe Wes might have.
No,
I don't remember who it was, but we launched out of Kings, and I actually targeted striper. It was like in February or something, but I've never fished for bass in that area at all. But it's badass spot. It's a great. It has everything.
There was last time I was there, it was just tons of grass and stuff growing around there. It was hard to fish it. It was like, oh man, it was.
Well, that was no different this time, man. It was when I didn't know what to expect going in there, and I haven't been on the Delta in so long, especially the East Delta, closer to Stockton, and I didn't know what to expect. So I got in there, and the further we got into whites, to that slough, the grassier it got, and the more snodgrass there was. Yeah. So it was looking like a bad idea, except for frogging. I mean, I knew I was going to throw a frog. I had a few frog tides on. But, yeah, it was pretty clogged up back there.
Yeah.
Well, so
paid it off, yes.
So were you, so, I mean, I was going to ask what kind of structure you're fishing. My guess is you're kind of you're targeting all that grass and everything. Then,
yeah. Right? Yeah, the grass was really the only thing out there. Tullies, yeah, but the tullies were so congested with that grass that it was very difficult to access them. Tullies were few and far between. But yeah, it was mostly I targeted mats with the frog and submerged vegetation mostly. Tullies whenever I could. And that was the top 3 things that I hit.
Yep.
So pretty much, yeah, you pretty much said it too. So you're throwing a frog. I mean, what was the other bait you're using? So
I started off my game plan, especially after seeing all the mats, was throw the frog all morning. Try to get a big fish on that. That was in my mind the best way to get a big fish back there at this time of year. So I threw the frog all morning. Actually only got a couple swirls on it. No, didn't get any fish. Fished it for about an hour and a half. The rest of the day, I kind of just junk fished and threw everything I had tied on. I had like 7 or 8 rods tied on, and I threw a bunch of stuff. Didn't get anything. It was pretty much a dead bite all morning for me. Till about, I think, like 8:30 or 9 is when I caught my first fish. First fish came on a drop shot. The first fish came on a drop shot. Yeah, after the bite seemed to be slow, I just busted out the Old Faithful, and started flipping the drop shot around, and that was the other bait. Other than that was a Sanko bait. But yeah, those were the top 3 baits that I threw all day. I think those are the 3 baits that caught fish.
All right, hold on. I lost connection. I'm gonna put it on a standby and go track down my kids.
BRB.
Hold on. Hey David, post and let everybody know we're trying to figure out what's going Me too. Stoked, man. Everybody thinks you're a funny guy in the comments, huh?
I know. Oh, man.
Oh, man. I'm dying.
Yeah, my internet connection's looking like shit, I guess. Like it's nothing like the fucking
fucking wind messed everything up.
You guys are all fuzzy looking. It's not my kids. My kids are watching TV. They're not even on the internet.
Bunch of punks probably they probably heard you walk in and put their phones away. No. Justin. All those adult videos except the 4K internet. Oh yeah, they can hear us.
They should be able to hear us. Oh yeah, they can. Hey, we're back! Holy cow!
What's going on?
I don't know. My internet, dude, for like the past few days, it's been in and out, and I just have to restart the modem, and I don't know. It could be the wind too, and now it's green, looking fine. I don't know.
The wind or the tide, you never know.
Yeah, dude, hold on. Let me switch it back to. And the thing is too, is I had to reset up all the I had to set up all the windows again because it was all set up to the. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't even know. Like, so tired of this not working. I mean, I'm gonna have to go at what they call a T1 connection.
Yeah, you definitely need that. So is it back up and running? I don't see it running.
Yeah, it's running. It should be. Hold on, let me see.
Better pop up.
Yep, it's running. I can see it. Hooey, hot diggity dog. All right, so I apologize. We'll try to get back onto it. When I put it up on YouTube, I'm going to have to edit all the BS out of it. So, anyway, so what were we talking about? You were talking about the baits you're throwing. You said the frog, and then what was the other one?
So it was 3 baits. 3 baits that caught fish. The frog. Actually, 2 different kinds of frogs. So I'll leave that to your imagination.
A popping frog?
Yeah, frog and a frog.
A frog and a frog? A popping frog and a not popping frog, or a black frog and a white frog?
Maybe, something like that.
So
Sinking frog.
So technically it's a combination of like 4 possibilities and you're fishing 2 of them.
I know what kind of frog. You use a frog with a big old punch weight on the front. You're just punching the with the frog, right?
Possibly.
Fishing the bottom, dragging the bottom.
He was drop shotting the frog.
Carolina frog.
Or he could have been throwing a horny toad like Mr. Matthew Brannon. Oh, wait, did I give away his secret?
Oh.
Ah!
I'm going to touch that one. Anyways, yeah, I threw the frog, Senko, and drop shot. Those are the 3 baits that produced.
Nice.
All right, so Jason Colin, the punch frog. I like the idea. So, okay, so you said the frog and then a Senko. That was it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How much of that is truth? There wasn't
Actually,
there wasn't
true. I'm not gonna you guys.
there wasn't a third bait thrown in there like a shaky head, because I know you love to throw that shaky head.
No, actually, it was. The thing is, it was so tough to throw anything. Pretty much anything that sank, you know. It would just come right back with snodgrass. So try to keep it off the snodgrass and still in the strike zone. So drop shot helped, Senko helped, and then obviously a top water. So there was nothing else, no bottom baits. I threw a crank. It was hard to find a place to throw it. Honest truth, that's what it was.
So out of curiosity, was there like a time of day that was better than the other?
Yeah. So like I said, the morning bite just did not work for me for some reason. Maybe because I was throwing the frog all morning. If I would have thrown a drop shot, then possibly. But everything after around 8:39 is when it really took off for me.
The guys at Hype Bait said they saw you at White's hucking a slide swimmer. He said you're lying.
Yeah, hucking a slide swimmer, catching smallies.
Right on.
Maybe I was drop shot the slide swimmer.
That's right.
How about that?
All right. So with that, you've told us your baits. Was there any gear or any equipment that you think that played a very key role in what you in your win?
Yeah. That's obviously the baits that I threw. But honestly, the biggest thing was boat control. I mean, for kayaking, just generally, that's a big factor. The more you can control your position, the better. But in this case, because it was so windy and the tide was just ripping, especially on outgoing, boat control was a huge thing. So anchor played a huge role, and then the pedal drive. Without those two things, it would have been way different for me, I guarantee it, because it was just a lot of the fish I caught were really picking apart a spot. So casting to a spot within a spot kind of deal, you know? So not being able to stay in that spot for more than a few casts would have killed me, I think. I think equipment, that was the anchor, and the pedal drive. Those two things are just key.
What kind of anchor were you using?
It was I think it's a mushroom anchor. It was an 8-pound, which is overkill, but that's all I could find at short notice. I usually actually just drop a 3-pound dumbbell. That's pretty much what I typically use, and 3-pound usually works good. But I brought the 8-pounder just because of the wind, and I knew the current was going to be pretty strong. So 8-pound mushroom.
Right on. Cool. So now this is the time we have a whole bunch of viewer questions that we're going on through all of this debacle, and so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through and start scrolling through. David, do you have any in mind that you saw on here?
I don't know. It's been a big joke fest tonight. Everyone's having fun tonight. You know, we got our friend in on the show, so everyone's having fun in the comments. You know how it is.
Everybody's a jokester. Everybody.
And then on the phone, the comments only go back so far. So
yeah.
Yes.
Kind of
put in your new questions, I would say. Put in new questions now.
Why don't you guys start dropping questions?
Yeah.
Justin Sr. says, he says, what color was working?
Bright pink. Bright pink and chartreuse, everything.
That's let's just say
your typical bait. I'll just call it natural. Excuse me, natural bait, natural colors. That's what it was.
Fair enough.
Natural colors, green pumpkin, green pumpkin. Let's see. Holly says, "Run." Holly told Brittany to run behind you and wave. She's watching in the other room. So let's see. Till the full pay. I paid my bill, Adam. Give me a break, bro. My bill is paid. Let's see. Yelp. We're going to leave a Yelp review. Go for it. It wouldn't be the first time I've had a bad Yelp review.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I see that. Yeah.
Oh man, I just made that joke so much funnier.
Do you guys actually go back and read my Yelp review? Have you actually read it?
I think I did back when you mentioned it.
Yeah, whatever.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, what a punk.
And accurate too.
About guns, Wes.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Sorry, there's a lot of comments. Most of it was during the time that everything was down.
440 comments.
Yeah, people really love you, Abel. Look at them already talking.
440? Oh my lord.
I think that's pretty close to the most we've had.
Really?
Yeah. BlueCollarAnglers.com. Go over there, take advantage of free shipping.
Here's one of these.
I actually might take advantage of that.
Yeah, so show the back of your shirt, Abel.
Yeah.
Can you show the back of your shirt?
This is the front. This is the front right here. BCA, little hammer and a hook. And then the back, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but something like that.
There you go. Look at that pretty lady.
Yeah. A little chick on the back.
Yeah.
So actually, fun fact about the shirts too is so Brittany, my girlfriend, actually draws all their graphics. So she draws them, and then they pick which ones they like and they print them. So fun fact.
Very, very fun fact. So we got more than one connection to BCA. So go out and support them. Bam says this. Got to say, this is one of the best episodes yet. Lots of viewer participation.
Yeah.
It's Justin Senior says there's nothing else to do. No, not usually. What else are you gonna do on a Tuesday night? You gonna watch sitcoms on ABC or Disney Channel? Come on now.
That's what I like to do.
Let's see. Adam says he let his kid stay up late to watch tonight. Let's see. Man, you guys are super talkative tonight. I can't even find any questions. You guys are just talking crap back and forth. Let's see.
I have a question.
You have a question? What's your question?
She can't hear you. She said she put some sort of question.
Oh, Brittany did. Okay.
Yeah.
She listening through the wall.
Through the wall. Yeah, with a cup up to her.
Hey, Kim Brown, he joined. Yeah, I apologize. You might have missed all the chaos. We had some internet issues, or I had internet issues. Typical Kayak Bass Live. We start late and we have technical issues. It's just.
Hey, Jason Cole wants to know if you guys saw any bedfish.
Yeah, I just seen that. So yeah, that's another thing that was kind of strange. The wind obviously made it hard to see anything. It was difficult to really get a good view, but we did it. I mean, whenever it was clear, I looked. That was my main goal, to find a good bedfish to find as a kicker and work on that one. But I did not see absolutely any bedfish out there. Blair Teichman was fishing with me. I don't know if he's seen any, but I don't think he did. He would have mentioned it, but yeah, no bedfish out there.
Well, this is a really good question from Bam. He says, where were you finding your fish related to current?
Yes, yeah. So that's a very good question, because actually, yes, does
that give away your game plan?
That was a good game plan. Yeah. So the short answer is yes. They were definitely related to current. Absolutely. The right spot within current breaks, hint, was a big factor.
Yeah. So without answering the question without answering the question.
Right. I'm sure Bam will pick up on that pretty quickly, so.
Your girlfriend is asking, what did you catch your biggest fish on, Abel?
Biggest fish came on a drop shotting and rooster tail in about 80 feet of water.
Nice.
So we'll tie that one onto your
on a 12-foot fly rod.
Right.
And
100-pound braid.
100-pound braid. Love it.
Yep. No, biggest fish was on a drop shot. That's what got it.
Hey, what? Hold on, wait. If I remember correctly, you said frogs and Senkos.
Frogs and Senkos, right?
What happened?
Oh yeah, sorry.
What?
Did I just drop the juice?
Drop shot and frogs, Wes. Come on. What do you know?
He probably didn't even throw a damn frog. All right, so let's see.
How many fish total did you catch? Donnie, no.
I think I must have caught. Oh man, I caught quite a bit. I mean, obviously limited, but I caught about. I want to say about 12, and of those 12, I think 10 of them were over 12.
Okay. Were they? Jason also wants to know if were they post spawn? Most of them post spawn.
Oh yeah, there. I think it seemed to me. I tried to kind of figure that out too. It was kind of a mixed bag. I think a lot of them were actually surprisingly were pre-spawn. No marks on them. They were fat, super fat. So yeah, I want to say the majority were pre-spawners. I didn't get too many with marks on them, and no. I think they were all males for the most part. But yeah, I think it was all pre-spawn fish.
All right, Bam says, I know they are related to current. It's the delta, but were they on the backside of eddies or feeding in the current?
Well, okay, so to me, when I say relating to current, is typically when I fish, when I try to figure out fish when they're relating to current is on the current breaks. I've never caught any feeding into current. That's never happened for me, or actually noticed it. But this time, they were all in current breaks. Pretty much every single fish came off of the backside of the current.
Does that answer your question, Bab? I sure hope so.
God damn it.
All right.
So damn picky.
Got it out of you.
Hello,
Yeah,
Travis. Hello, Travis Moran. Thank you for joining. You caught us at a good time when the internet is actually working. Let's see. Do you feel like you're super lucky because Brittany agrees to be your girlfriend?
Yeah, extremely lucky.
Well,
That question was for you.
Yeah. I was debating whether I should put you on blast about putting a ring on it, but I'm not going to.
Oh, damn. And I think that's my cue.
It's time to go. All right. So, yeah, man. So we got a bunch of viewer questions. If you still have them, keep rolling them in. So we're gonna ask a few more questions, and kind of wrap it up here. Granted, we didn't really. It's kind of a short episode. Yeah. Subtract the technical difficulty, a little interruption there. But do you plan on fishing the national championship, the KBF national championship for $100,000? That
is the plan. Yes, I definitely am going to do everything possible to head out there.
So do you think you think you'll fly out there and arrange for a rig, or do you think you'll drive?
Both options are open. I can probably get the time off to drive down there. Although I'd rather not. That just seems like a nightmare. But I don't know. We'll see. Depends on who goes out there with me. I know Brittany's probably going to head out there with me, but I know a lot of the guys that qualified. Actually, at least one or two guys I know, and one of them's actually from the Headwaters fishing team. So depends on who goes out there. I may just decide to carpool it.
I don't take the trailer.
Yeah, take the trailer and head out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Abel's trailer, I wish he would post a video of it because it's.
Go check out his Instagram. Go to Abel's Instagram. I mean, man, that his Jeep and trailer, it's a bad combo there.
He's got quite the setup. It's actually really
so my
nice.
Instagram is, in case you haven't seen my name, the spelling is. It's this right here. Abel, Abel, Patino, Patino. Just like that.
No spaces with the @ symbol in front.
Nothing, yeah. So just check it out if you guys want to add me or whatever. That'd be cool.
Right on. So, what other events do you plan on fishing this year?
I'm definitely doing every Yakka Bass event, or try to, and the next KBF event at Clear Lake as well.
Right on.
Yep.
Is it a possibility for you to go fish down in Havasu in November?
Haven't considered it at all. Who knows? Maybe if the opportunity came up, somebody wanted to head out there, I might. But I haven't really thought about it now.
Your name is under your face, babe.
Oh, yeah.
She can't see it. You can't see it, but...
Wow. Way to put on blast.
Yeah. Good call, Brittany. You can hear her laughing. Anyways.
Yeah, Clear Lake, man. I'm pumped for that, dude.
That's probably I'm most excited for Clear Lake, I think.
Yeah.
Clear Lake's going to be cool just because, first of all, we're staying out there. A lot of guys are staying out there, so I know there'll be a lot of BSing throughout.
Yeah.
And there's 2 tournaments going on at that time, so the Yakka Bass and the KBF simultaneously.
And
so that'll make it interesting, you know?
Open launch for the whole lake, you know?
And it's open launch. Mm-hmm.
You know,
we have 3 options for this tournament, all right? For the Clear Lake tournament, in my opinion. We can do one of 2 things. We can team up large groups of people and try to cover as much of the water as we can and, try to figure it out. Or 2, technically it's, 2, we follow Matthew Brannon, or 2, we follow Jason Cullen.
Honestly, that's my strategy. I wrote it down and everything.
So if you guys come down, see the tournament's in August, so in July, either Jason or Matthew, in July, make sure you pat your rigs down real good because you may find a lone GPS tracker following you guys around.
Another guy too you got to look out for out there is Blair. Blair Tycoon.
Oh yeah, Blair. Okay, so then we have 4. We have 4 options.
Yeah.
So we have 3 guys to follow. Otherwise, we all have to team up and figure it out because those guys are up there a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that is their home lake, so they have the upper hand up there for sure.
Yeah. So,
Jason said he's got a cloaking device on his kayak.
Way ahead of the game. See? Oh man, not his first rodeo, probably, huh?
Yeah.
Got bananas for all your guys' kayaks.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I should go buy a bundle of bananas and just start tossing to people's rigs.
That'd be epic.
Right on. Chad Hoover says, congrats, man. Congrats,
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Thank you. But, thanks for everything you do, actually. You're the only reason that this stuff's really together. Well, not the only one, but you're the guy that I'm sure has the most to do with it. So thank you to you and your team, man. You guys put on a good show.
Yep.
Yes, we are very, very appreciative out here, and hopefully we do it more justice and get more guys out, especially Clear Lake, man. I think we should get 50 guys at Clear Lake, especially after the payouts and the amount of prizes and stuff that went out this one. I think it'll incentivize a lot more guys to sign up.
So my prize money just came in, and it was a whopping $1,100 after taxes. So, for you guys debating on fishing Clear Lake, I'd say sign up now. And not to mention Clear Lake, there's 2 tournaments at the same time. So obviously you have to pay 2 fees, but you're looking at close to $2,000 probably up there, something in that range, $1,500 to $2,000 or something for both tournaments if you win first place. So that's huge.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of coin, man.
Oh yeah, all worth it
for fishing out of a plastic boat.
Yeah, exactly. Go buy yourself another Hobie with that money, or a Slayer because just a Slayer. So.
Yeah.
All right, so any sponsors you wanna thank?
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned Headwaters. Headwaters. So I'm on for you guys that don't know, I'm on the Headwaters fishing team. Just got on this year. They actually invited me to get on there. I don't know why. Probably because I'm so good looking or something. I don't know. I can't fish for shit. So for some reason they got me on. Anyways, I'm on their team, and you guys all know Headwaters probably. They just known for their customer service and they have amazing product. They've been just a huge support system for me. The guys down there are so knowledgeable. You need something, they got it. If they can't, they'll get it. They're just an awesome crew. And they're actually offering a little bit of a deal coming in May. So May, they're actually going to be giving out free native watercraft demos throughout the entire month of May. So you go down there, try any native boat for free. So that way you get to see what all the hype's about. I know you guys have seen all the new boats dropping from native. The Titan, the Slayer LT, the Ultimate came out recently too. So it's a good time to try them all out. And I really recommend it because they make awesome boats. I love mine. My Slayer is just, I don't think I'll ever own another boat. That's just it's got everything I need. So.
Yep. You need to be. We need to contact the people over at Native and get you on their team as well, man. I think you'd represent them well.
That would be nice, man.
Yeah.
You can always use that kind of support.
Yeah. And if you're not aware, Abel is a super humble guy. He seems to think he's not very good at fishermen, but I'll tell you, the guy he does it. He's consistent, and right. You don't necessarily have to be the best out there, but being consistent to me, I think is last year, if we were not to take out not drop any tournaments, Abel would have been the guy on top last year. But because we allowed the guys who couldn't make one or whatever they had or had a low showing, they dropped one. So Abel, I think you ended up in third, didn't you? Yeah.
So last year, Yakabass Tourney Trail, Angler of the Year, I ended up in third place.
Yeah, but before the drop, before we took away the lowest score for everybody, Abel was technically in first. So,
right.
That does show you Abel is a solid fisherman,
Man.
whether he wants to admit it or not.
Well, I appreciate
that he won this event. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I appreciate it, guys. My ego is through the roof right now, so thank you.
Gonna walk around with a big chest. You don't need to go to the gym. You're all swole. You're all swole with ego.
Oh yeah.
All right. You just look so cute, Abel. That's what Brittany's saying.
She's right.
That's what she's saying.
She's not saying that. She's talking mad crap because she can.
Oh yeah. Wait till we get off this speed. About to go down.
She said.
What's your rod of choice?
What's
your rods of choice? They want to know.
Right now I've been primarily fishing Dobbins. That's probably what's in my arsenal the most. I have a couple Shimano's spinning rods that just fell in my lap one time, and I'm not really picky with my spinning rods, so those have just stayed there. But yeah, I think I might replace them with some more Dobbins. Those are the ones that are in my arsenal. For reels, it's just pretty much 100% Shimano.
Corrado guy?
Yeah, I do those Corrado 200Is and the 70s. Oh, unbelievable. Bang for the buck. And God, those things just perform, man. They cast a mile. Super smooth drag. Drag's a little bit on the lower side, and I think they only have like 12 pounds of drag. But, dude, they're just the casting. For me, casting's huge, and the casting on those things are just freaking crazy. So, yeah, those Corrados are badass.
Brittany says, Grandpa says that it's great you're being interviewed, and now he understands the note on the computer room door.
Shout out to our grandpa. He's a cool dude.
All right. Oh, what did he say? Chad says he can make that happen. What is he referring to? I guess I'll have to go back.
Say what? About native?
He said native? Because he can make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, it said contact him, huh?
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. There's your in, Abel.
There you go.
There you go. Looks like Abel's moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chad says contact him, so contact him, Mr. Abel. What else we got here? Bam says he'll tell you that you're cute. Those fish he caught this weekend. Oh,
God damn it, Bam! I tell you all my secrets, and that's how you thank me.
He also said you pronounced guru wrong.
Actually, good point. So I do have one Guru Rod. I'm trying to get on his team, but he's just one tough nut to crack, man. Can't get on with him, but he does make a badass rod. Guru Rods, if you haven't checked him out, he does make a sick rod. If I had the chance, I'd absolutely change out my whole arsenal for them. He makes them really, really, really prime.
Badass, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sure most of the guys that fish with us on, so they're sweet. Everybody can vouch for that.
All right, so I want to make sure we give the shout out to the guys who the top 5 here for the tournament. So we had in 5th place, we had Greg Blanchard with 77 and a quarter inches. We had T. Lear. I don't know. Sorry, T, but I don't turn my phone sideways. Maybe it'll get me. What's T's first name? Just a T period Lear. I'm looking on my phone on the app. And then we had Matt with T. Lear with 77 and 3/4 inches. I apologize. I don't know. I can't remember what your first name is, even though I know what your first name is. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to find it. I'm going to hit myself in the face. Then we had Matt Guthrie with 80 inches. And then we had Matthew Brandon with 80 inches as well. Matthew beat Matt out with the big fish of 20 and a half. And Abel ended with 81 and a half inches. The big fish went to Blair. He had, how big was Blair's fish?
Oh, I think it was massive, man.
Let's see if I can find him on here. Here we go. 23 and 3/4 inches. So he had a monster. He had like a almost a 9-pounder. It was like 8 and 3/4, something like that.
I think it's 8 1/4, 8 1/2, something like that.
Right on.
I had no idea. He freaking caught it right behind me, and I had no idea until like midday, and I was like, "What the?"
He didn't say anything.
No, he didn't say anything. I found out through somebody else, I think. When he found out he caught that fish, I thought for sure he's going to take it because all he needed to do was just limit, and he'd be fine, you know. But he just couldn't find him, unfortunately. He's a good fisherman, man. I'll tell you what, it's first time fishing Delta for Blair, and not only did he land at 8 1/2, but he did actually pretty good on kind of deciphering where the fish might be, but just couldn't get a limit.
Yeah, it's tough.
All right, so you thank your sponsors. Where can people follow you, Abel? Where can they know what's going on in Mr. Abel Patino's world?
All right, so now that I know my name's below me, just go ahead. Instagram is my name, no spaces, no nothing. Facebook obviously is the same thing, and that's pretty much it. I don't have a YouTube channel. Just those two platforms are the only thing I'm really on right now.
Is she laughing at you again in the background?
Hope not.
All right, so yeah, we want to thank everybody tuning in tonight. Thank Abel for coming on here. Any last viewer questions? Actually, while we're waiting for more viewer questions, let's go ahead and do the giveaway for last week. David, you ready to roll?
Let me find it. Yep, I'm ready to roll. Let me share my screen. Ooh. Let's see right here. Share screen. All right, here we go. Let's see who's going to win the Trapper Tackle. Speaking of Trapper Tackle, the guy that won FLW this past weekend was using Trapper Tackle treble hooks. So there you go. I'm waiting for those things. Wow, those things look bad.
Brandon Louie, congratulations, man.
Send over your info to Wes, and he will forward it to Trapper Tackle, and you will get your pack of hooks.
Right on.
They're actually pretty sweet, man. I mean, I was hanging out at Clear Lake with my brother Jason. He's with Trapper Tackle, and we were using some of their hooks this weekend. And they work, man. I'm not gonna lie. They do work. We were drop shotting, but we weren't using the drop shot hooks. Where there's a lot of weeds out there, so we're using the bigger EWG hooks to drop shot and stuff. But they work, man. They keep those fish pinned.
Yeah, and it's tough to get those hooks out too because of that bend, huh?
Yeah, it keeps them in there.
Yep.
It does indeed.
You're gonna have to get your hook surgery checked.
Look nasty, man. Those trebles look bad, dude.
Did they give him some? Does he have some of those?
No,
trebles?
he didn't have any. But I just seen those pictures of, man. They just look crazy.
Right on. All right, so with that, anything else you guys want to say, ask? James, I'm not exactly sure. I got to forward all that over to the team. I've got a couple of them pending. I didn't want to just send them one at a time. I wanted to be able to send him a couple addresses before.
I got to forward all that.
David's
Had to reopen
video.
the stream. It always pauses the comments. The comments will just stop rolling through, so I have to reopen it.
Interesting. All right, so with that, I want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in, and we will hopefully see you next week. Again, thank you, Abel, for coming on. Thank you, Headwaters and KBF for putting on this killer event this past weekend. And definitely want to give a shout out to Dan and Headwaters in addition to help putting it on, but for the after party. They provided food and drinks, and they set up a bunch of different kayaks for us to look at, and it was quite the big deal. It was a lot of fun, and those of you guys that didn't participate, you missed out. So
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Awesome event. Dan did it really proper at the end, man. It was one of the funnest events I've been a part of this year.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't go he doesn't half-ass it. He goes all the way.
Dan is. We're really fortunate to have someone like Dan too out on our side because he just does so much for the sport, and he's not in. To me, anyways, it seems like he's not in it just for. I mean, to make a living. He loves it. You know, this is his life. Kayaking, water sports is his life. So he really puts his heart into everything and really cares for the community. You know, so
yep.
he does a real good job anytime he's involved with anything.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Appreciate it, man.
All right. With that, anything else we want to say before we go?
That's it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Abel.
Right on.
Peace out.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.